to work at next is this side. I'm going to go around and replace all the screws. Some of these pieces I might actually take off and reseal the bottom. If you see the ladder back here, replace all this, reseal it, and so on. So that is going to be my next project. Okay, that step's done. Now we need to scrape and clear all the caulk away before we can reseal it up. My son's very noisy. What did you find? All finished. Screws are in. New screws, and then I'm just going to take a putty knife and scrape that off. This is finished. Later when I do the rest of the RV, I'll go around and put sealant around the edges yet, but I'll save that for later. For now, just replacing screws and butyl tape. Another day. I'm back out here putting in new screws and such. I'm getting a fair amount done. As you can see right here, I have all these screws replaced. I put butyl tape behind. I'm not going to take this whole thing off. This leg right here for the awning needs help. I'll take you over to the other one. I tore this one off. This is how it's supposed to be. Although I'll probably take this one off and reseal it as well. But the one over here, so this one over here was really bad. Lots of silicone and gup, but I got it all cleaned up. I have new bolts for it. And I also got this. It's all bond. It's supposed to be a sealant and an adhesive. So I'm gonna use some to help keep this more stable since it takes so much weight. So we're gonna glue it and seal it at the same time. See how it goes. This one fastened. It's really nice and solid. I took this piece off right here. You can see this is for the door, to hold the door open. And this piece of wood was in the back. So this could screw in tight up above the frame. Yeah, it's not gonna hold up very well. I'm gonna cut a new piece of a 2x4, stick it back there, and we'll screw it back together. All right, so I have the piece of wood back underneath the frame. Now I just need to screw into it. Well, I have put my baby to bed, so now I have peace and quiet. And I came back out and checked this, and this is just beautiful. It's rock solid. Now, the one up top here is giving me a bit of grief. This bolt right here, it's screwed in nice and tight, but this one will not grab a hold. I got a longer lag bolt, I think maybe a little bit bigger one, not sure. And I got some epoxy. I plan to put epoxy in there, which when it hardens up, hopefully it will make the wood completely hard and hold the bolt into place to give it more structure. So that's kind of the plan right now. So the bigger bolt did not catch still. So yeah, I just put glue up there, see if it holds tight. The other one's nice and tight. So now I'm gonna go and do the other end. Hopefully those are a little better shape. Okay, I have that side finished. That was simple as pie. Those are nice and tight. So crossing our fingers that this will tighten up nicely with the epoxy. Other than that, it's going real well. I'm gonna keep working at this side. Odds and ends of stuff. Thank you. Thank you, Bubba. I am really making some progress. I have replaced most of the screws. This hatch, I did take these two off and reseal them, but around the corners here I just replaced the screws. As you can see, this hatch right here isn't setting back the full way. What I figured out is that this part, there's a gap in between here and down here. I am thinking of trying to put a little wood piece in there. No idea if it'll work, but I'm going to reseal this anyway, this foam on the inside, so we'll scrape some of that off, and I'll try to put a little wood piece in there, screw that in, and then later, once my foam comes, we'll reseal this. So let's give this a whirl. I'm gonna take this little piece of wood, stick it in here. I'm gonna put a little bit of that silicone sealant glue that I have. Just run a bead along that, pop it in, let it dry, and continue doing something else. It's not something to eat. So we'll let that dry. And that is finished. Okay, here is the job that I had done yesterday with the wood. As you can see, it is dried on well, I believe. Now we'll just see how well this fits. So that is a way better fit. Before it came out pretty far, before it grabbed a hold, so. Hey, so sorry about the abrupt ending to this episode, but make sure to tune in next week, and I'll be finishing up a lot of the work on the outside in the next video. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep seeing updates on how we're making progress on our camper. It sure is taking a while, but we're plugging along one day at a time. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. One more. Thank you, Bubba.